Yo, it's Jazzi Black. I'm excited to be kicking back with one of my favorite people ever, Law Nation Sports, giving me all the inside scoop on what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys, and especially at training camp. So let's start with the game.
Yeah.
Let's start with the game. Let's start with the hype. The man, I feel like the MVP of the game, Mr. Aubrey, and that 66-yard field goal. That was crazy.
Crazy.
I hope that it happened in preseason because he won't get like credit for that, like, right?
Nah. They said it would have been good for 70 yards if he were to move back even further. So that man got a foot, and congratulations, he got a newborn. And he had that during the last game. So hey, he just footing everything over there. I like to see what he's doing out there. So he's doing a great job.
Some things that you notice, highlights from both ends, defense and offense from the last games. I feel like, we're going to start seeing progression, but you know how Cowboys fans are when it comes to, just us.
Hey, last week we talked about Trey Lance. We said, hey, he just got to get comfortable, right? And he did just that. We got a dub. He was 15 for like 23 or 24, something like that. And he threw for 150 yards. He had a touchdown by the air, and he had a touchdown on the ground. So salute, kudos, and credence to Trey Lance. What's your thoughts on his gameplay?
I'm excited to see Trey Lance, and I think it takes a lot to be coming into an organization like the Cowboys. There's a lot of pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure riding. And I feel like people expect for you to come off the gate. I mean, this is training camp. So this is the time for them to learn. This is the time for them to make mistakes. This is the time for them to go to, veterans from the team and get advice. So I think the more that we see him, exercise and actually practice, I think the better he'll get. And I think he'll definitely be ready for that first game for sure.
No doubt. And the other spotlight of the moment was Tyler Guyton, our first round draft pick. Oh my goodness. He brought everything to the table, to the degree that even Max Crosby had to dap him up and said, man, this kid is awesome. So I like what we were able to see out of him, even in his short play out there. It was great seeing him out there on the field.
I feel like Tyler Guyton is bringing everything that people were expecting for him to bring. I know that, especially with these expectations for the first real game that's going to be coming up, and hopefully he'll be starting. What was going on with Mr. Edoga and this injury?
Oh, Chuma Edoga, he will be out for, I believe, 3 to maybe 6 weeks here. He broke his toe, and he'll be on injury IR. So he broke his toe, so he won't be in the mix for the.
I think that's the only thing that kind of like makes me a little sad. With this time is that they're putting their all into trying to make that roster, and then you end up getting hurt, and it's like, what is this? And well, we got next Tuesday, right? The countdown is moving.
Yeah, it is moving. So the cut day will be here. We got some guys that's on the bubble. We got some guys that need to make some plays. I think Jalen Monroe-Cropper, he's a guy that need to make some plays. I think that Malik Davis, to a degree, even in the running back room, we need to see a little bit more from him, and as well as our other wide receivers that's like David Durden's. I think that he probably need to make a play in this game. And I call this game the practice squad Super Bowl, because this is the final preseason game this weekend, and we need to find out whether or not these guys that's on the bottom end of the roster, can they figure out a way to make a spot for this team.
I was going to ask you that because I've been seeing a lot of speculation and a lot of analysts. Everybody got their own opinion about the Cowboys.
Right.
But people are feeling like we might really be possible Super Bowl contenders. And I'm like, I feel like we always go into the season with that energy, but what do you feel like is going to make this team so different from last season?
I think Mike Zim. I think he brings in true, real football as it relates to linebackers. We don't have a guy that's 205 pounds trying to play linebackers now. Right. We got Mears Leofow. He was flying everywhere this past game. We seen the likes of Eric Kendricks, who's a veteran here, that's going to be able to be the nucleus of this defense on the linebackers aspect and put people in the right spots and places where they're supposed to be at. So I'm quite sure that Mike Zim will continue to have this defense as it relates to being top 5 or top 10. He will be in that mix, and that's what we need, defense.
But that's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
We want to hear from anybody.
Defense.
long. Okay,
Yeah.
Now look, let me ask my head coach Mike McCarthy real quick, because his decision making is already coming out the gate. He's being very confident and he's standing 10 toes, even just to lengthening out the training out in Oxnard. They said this is the first time that the Cowboys have ever spent this much time out in Oxnard, just for training camp. So I'm just wondering, like, in the future, what kind of decision making can we expect from Coach Mike McCarthy when it comes to this team?
Just tenacity. I think that Mike McCarthy, when he first got here, a lot of people had reservations because he came from Green Bay and he hadn't really, coached in about two years or such. When he came here, a lot of people were looking at it like, will he be this soft coach? Will he be a stern coach? But he's been by far one of the strongest coaches that we had on this team since, I would say, Bill Parcells. So he brings a lot of that to the table, and everybody kind of raised their game up since he's been here. So hopefully we can continue to see that, although this is a contract year for him, a contract year for Mike Zim, a contract year for Dak Prescott. This is a contract year for everybody, right?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Who, in your opinion, just out your observation and you being on the grind at training camp, who do you feel like is going to be the underdog and somebody that is going to surprise fans this season on the Cowboys?
Deuce Vaughn, if he makes this team. Yeah, I like Deuce. Deuce been quiet in practice and training camp, but this last game we got a chance to see him. He got short area quickness, found the soft spots in the zone. He ran with power this time, so he could be a weapon in the backfield, catching in the backfield. So he will be the element of surprise. I know we got Ezekiel Elliott. I know we probably keep Royce Freeman, but Deuce Vaughn could be that element of surprise to everyone. Also, check out number 81, Stevens, John Stevens. I think that he brings a lot to the table as well.
Okay. And then real quick, I want to talk about some of these new players that we just acquired, because we stuff is shuffling around. Talk to me about Nick Vigil.
Yeah, Nick was a guy that already worked with, I believe, Mike Zim in some type of capacity. Oh, no, it was Paul Gunter. He was his guy. And he's on the outside looking in now because everyone else kind of stood up. But the other two guys that have been brought in since the last time we spoke was Jordan Phillips. He's a bigger boy, 6'6". 6'7", give or take 340 pounds. We need big boys down inside, and he brings that to the table. So when you're talking about somebody that's going to be able to be a human log to help out the linebackers, that's who we need to pay attention to for the 2024 season. Also, the Cowboys went and got a veteran edge rusher by the name of Carl Lawson that he may can give us 7 to 8 sacks off of that edge to add to Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. So this is a good thing that we went out there and got some veteran guys.
I feel like we're going to have so much fun watching the Cowboys do their thing this year. This makes me excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm extremely excited. But I know you're going to talk about this other thing, though. We can't go no further without talking about it.
What other thing?
Where's 88?
Where is 88? You tell me.
Oh, my goodness. See, Dangerous Lamb. He made a post the other day that shocked the world by putting on this on his Instagram page. I think it was Spider-Man 3, the Black Spider-Man. And it went crazy. They said contracts are in good conversations, but we also heard that he turned down $33 million. Look, Jazz, I want them type of problems.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I could. But here's the thing, and I say this all the time. Even when I be talking about, even with Jerry, just with everybody, my whole thing is I be like, man, I don't want to insert myself into nobody's pockets.
Right.
But I'm also just like.
They said it's not about the money, it's about the length of years. That's what's been speculated. I think that he will sign something for week one.
How many years?
See, Cowboys love to do the long-term contracts, like 6 years or 5 years. So he may want to.
$23 million in 6 years?
Yeah, but today's price is not tomorrow's price, however that saying goes. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, man, I don't know. I might not be the one to have this conversation with, because I'm like, I'm going to take that money. And then
take that money.
Even just being in an environment and being in with an organization that's going to make sure that you're good. Like, will you get the same love somewhere else? I don't know. You might.
Yeah. So it's one of those
Cowboys, all I know. So
hustle fights. It's what it is.
That's all
what
I
it
know.
is. Yeah.
But dang, so how soon, what do they have until the roster is complete to make that decision, or how does that work?
He's still getting fined. I think he's getting fined about $1 million plus every game day. Like I say, I don't like to have that problem, but I would love to have the ability to pay some fine money. But I think that when the game day checks, I think the fines go up even higher, and somebody can do their own research on that. But I would tell you guys this, that when you look at CeeDee Lamb, I think that he's the super piece to put everything together for this offense. He's a driving force last season, and especially in multiple games, he had the record of 150 yards receiving in, I think, 3 or 4 straight games. So when you look at CeeDee Lamb, he is the offense. But the problem with this team is that we got too many contracts that's due, and the Cowboys' sense of urgency is very, 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 very slow.
Right.
We got 2-3 weeks before the season kickoff, and we don't have ink on paper for CeeDee Lamb nor Dak Prescott. So that's where we are at with the shadow we place right now.
I feel like can we all agree that we know Dak is gonna negotiate? I feel like Dak is willing to, like, I feel like he's gonna be a Cowboy forever.
Forever.
Forever, ever. That's what we kind of feel. What about I'm ready to see Trayvon.
Yeah, I'm ready to see him too. He posted a picture on Instagram stating that he's ready for it, and I can't wait to see him week 1. I had to believe
I'm ready,
that.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous for him because coming back from that type of injury, normally it takes a year plus. But if the strength and conditioning coach has got him ready, and if he's ready, then we ready to see him out there.
Right.
And I can't wait to see number 7 out there. He was one of our vocal defensive leaders last season, and we could all say, man, we missed some Trayvon Diggs last season. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But look, we locked and loaded. Check them out on Saturday, August 24th. They're taking on the Chargers. Any expectations for that game, or are we just going in there wide open?
It's the practice bowl Super Bowl, practice squad Super Bowl. That's what it is.
And they're going to be in Texas, right, for that game?
It's a home game, so let's get crunk. Yeah, let's get ready with it.
The city can come out and watch. They're going to be having, every year they do the open free practices where you can come out. And if you've never been out to one of the practice sessions where they let people come and watch, 10-10 recommend. It's not like you just sit there and watch the practice. It's very interactive.
Right.
It's fun. And most importantly, you get to go out there and, give them that support that they need, especially going into the season. So I see you there, right?
Yeah, I'll be there on the 27th and the 28th. So, hey, for everybody that's out there, don't meet me there, beat me there. Come on out and let's have a great time watching these Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, well, I'm going to be signing autographs, too. $24.99. I'm just kidding.
Let's go with it.
Thank you so much, Lord. Look, tell everybody where they can come and find you so we can keep up with all things Dallas Cowboys, and just check in for our DVW Sports.
Yes, indeed. That's Law Nation Sports on all platforms. You type that in, you will see my name, face, and logo. There you go. Let's get it.